Hello students, welcome to the video. So in today's video we will start exploring about phylum Annelida. So in the previous classes we have studied phylum Platyhelminthes, phylum Aschelminthes, their differences and their unique features. The same way we will study the unique features of phylum Annelida and also the different examples of this phylum. So phylum Annelida is mainly consisting of ringed or segmented worms. The segmentation is nothing but the presence of different segments. As you can see here on the body, it is just differentiated into segments, okay, or sometimes ring like structures on the body, okay. So these kind of worms we will come across in the phylum Annelida. So what is the grade of organization? So grade of organization is up to organ system. So the animal, this phylum has developed to organ system level of organization. Andre body organization ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಐತಿ? Cellular in the tissue level, tissue in the organ level and organ system level ವರ್ಗುನು body develop ಆಗೈತಿ. This animals have developed to that level. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ is bilateral symmetry. Any organism, if you are cutting, that means you are getting two of the equal parts. ಎರಡು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಈ ಎರಡು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಬೈಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ parts. So that we call it as bilateral symmetry. Okay. So next, what are the other general characteristics? They have triploblastic. Okay. They are the layers. Okay. Germinal layers are triploblastic in nature. That means they have all the three germinal layers: ectoderm, endoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. These are the three germ layers. All three germ layers are present here. That is why we call them as triploblastic. And they are coelomate. That means they are true coelomate. That means the coelom, the cavity is present and it is lined by mesoderm. So they are coelomate animals. Okay. So as you can see in this picture, ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm is there and there is coelom which is lined by mesoderm. Okay. So next comes where they are present, where actually they are found, what is their habit and habitat. They are terrestrial. Okay. They can be terrestrial just like the earthworm. They can be fresh water. Okay. And they can be marine also. Okay. So they can be marine or they can live in fresh water. So they can be free living. Okay. They can be free living or they can be parasitic also. So they can be present inside the animals or some other organism as parasites. So they can be free living also and they can be parasites also. This is habitat. And then comes the digestive system. So digestive system, it is complete. That means both openings are present. Two openings are present. Mouth as well as anus. For entry of the food and for exit of the waste, two openings are needed. Then we call it as complete digestive system. Complete digestive system is nothing but where two openings are present. Okay. Both mouth as well as anus is present. Then we call it as complete digestive system. And these organisms are having complete digestive system. That means they have both mouth as well as anus. Respiratory system. So respiratory system is they are having cutaneous respiration and some have branchial or gill respiration. What is cutaneous respiration? Cutaneous respiration is respiration through skin. As you can see here, the respiration through skin. The skin will have some pores or absorb skin only, through skin only the oxygen will enter and carbon dioxide will exit. So that is what we call it as cutaneous respiration. And some have bronchial, or you can call it as gills. The respiration through gills we call it as bronchial. So bronchial respiration. Okay, so they'll be having gills. Okay, so we'll find cutaneous respiration or bronchial respiration. Okay, so that comes under respiratory system. So what is circulatory system? Circulatory system, is it present? Yes, it is present. So how it is? It is closed type of circulatory system. So when we were studying in the first video, we have seen what is open type and what is closed type of circulatory system. Closed type of circulatory system is where the blood flows within the blood vessels, right? So there will be blood vessels inside which the blood flows. Then we call it as closed type of circulatory system. If the blood flows in the outside, if there are no blood vessels as such, and if they flows through the vacuoles, okay, then we call it as open type of circulatory system. So these animals, since they are having, as you can see, the blood they are flowing through the blood vessels. Okay, so inside the blood vessels only the circulation is taking place. Blood is supplying throughout the body. So then we call it as closed type of circulatory system. So how about reproduction? So reproduction takes place sexually, sexual reproduction. Okay, so you should remember it. Don't get confused with Platyhelminthes and Astyhelminthes. Okay, so phylum Annelida, you can see sexual reproduction. So earthworms and leeches are monoecious. So monoecious is nothing but both male and female are present in single organism. So you can call it as hermaphrodite, or you can call it as bisexual also. You can call it as hermaphrodite, or you can call it as bisexual also. Okay, so earthworms and leeches are monoecious, and Nereis is dioecious. That means it is male and female are separate individuals. Okay, so male and females are separate individuals. As you can see in case of earthworm and leeches, which are monoecious, that means they are bisexual, they'll be or hermaphrodite, that means the single organism will have both male and female organs, right? So as you can see, there is spermatheca is there, testis sac and testis is present, seminal vesicle, or the male female organs are present, male organs are present, ovary, ovarian funnel. Okay, so accessory glands, accessory ducts, all these male and female organs are present in the single individual. Okay, and we have studied metamerism also. So there are so many segments present here, and even the inside also you can make down the segments like this. Okay, so inside the body. So what you got to remember here, the reproduction in annelidans, you can see only sexual reproduction. Okay, so in that sexual reproduction they can be monoecious or they can be dioecious. Okay, so sometimes both the sex organs are present in the single organism, sometimes they might be different organisms. Okay, so and then development is indirect. So what is indirect development? You may see the larval stages here. Okay, so development is indirect, that you should remember. Okay, so next, what are the unique features? As I said, they are the segmentations or ring-like structures present on the body of an organism. Okay, the segments, you can see how the segments or rings will be present. Okay, so this is just like leech, right? So the segments, you can see how they are present. So these are the unique features. Okay, next, longitudinal and circular muscles that are present inside these organisms, they will help in the locomotion, or you can see they help in the movement. Okay, so there are some longitudinal muscles, okay, and there are some circular muscles, longitudinal and circular muscles, which will help them to move, or the locomotion, movement. Okay, so next unique feature is locomotory organs are, so what are the muscles are present, longitudinal and circular muscles are present. So apart from that, there are locomotory organs which are present. So they are sometimes they are in the form of setae, which is example is earthworm or parapodia in case of Nereis. Okay, so as you can see how the parapodia are present. Okay, so parapodia, and in case of earthworm you can see the setae, hair like outgrowth are there, no? So these are the locomotory organs which you can find in different organism. So you should remember. And excretion is again here also, excretion is by nephridia. Okay, so this is the unit or functional unit of the excretory system. So nephridia, it is present for the excretion. So ಏನೇನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಲೊಕೊಮೋಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಅದಾವ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಾಂಜಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ನಲ್ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯುನಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಲೊಕೊಮೋಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವ. ಏನು ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಇವ, ಸೀಟೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಪೋಡಿಯಾ. Setae is present in earthworms, parapodia is present in Nereis. Okay, hangidre excretion hengagtiti, excretion ige nephridia adav. As you can see how this nephridia will be present, this is the nephridia. So functional unit, they help in excretion. Okay, so examples of Annelida are, you can remember, earthworm, leech and Nereis. Okay, so earthworm, leech and Nereis are the examples of phylum Annelida that you have to remember. Okay, so grades of organization, as we this is just we will do a glance of the features and then we'll move to next phylum. So what all you have to remember when it comes to phylum Annelida, you have to remember that the organ system level of organization is found in phylum Annelida. They have bilateral symmetry and they are triploblastic and they are having true coelom. They can be terrestrial, they can be freshwater, or they can be marine. They can be free living also, free aginu irtava and parasite aginu irtav. Digestive system is complete. They have mouth and anus. Okay, two exit they have, two openings they are having. Okay, respiratory system is cutaneous, respiration by skin and bronchial respiration. Okay, so circulatory system is closed type. That means the circulation, the flow of the blood, it occurs within the blood vessels. Reproduction is sexual reproduction takes place. Earthworms and leeches are monoecious, Nereis is dioecious. So and then development is indirect development is seen. Larval stages you can see. So other unique features are, true segmentation is found outside the body. You can see the segments. Longitudinal and circular muscles are there for the locomotion, and parapodia and setae are the locomotory organs present. Excretion is by nephridia. Paired nephridia meaning these are the parts of these nephridia. So whatever the other parts are there for the systems, organ system, they have given. So paired ganglia, lateral nerves, double ventral nerve cord. So these are the presence of these may be asked in your CET. So these are the unique features of this kingdom Annelida. Okay, so examples, most as I have told you already, it is better if you remember the examples the scientific names, if you remember, it will be very helpful. Pheretima, Hirudinaria, Nereis are the examples. Okay, these are the scientific names you can remember. So next comes the phylum Arthropoda. So Arthropoda meaning joint-legged animals. The legs in these animals are joint legs. Okay, so these are also the grade of organization is organ system level is found here. The organism has developed ಯಾವ level ವರೆಗೂ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗೈತಿ organ system level ಒಳಗು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಹೆಂಗೈತಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಬೈಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಏನೈತಿ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕಾಣೋ ಹಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಹಾಫ್ಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಸೈಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ bilateral symmetry. So how many germ layers are there? 3 germ layers are there. Triploblastic, that is why we call them triploblastic, and even it is having true coelom. So they are coelomate animals. Okay, next comes habit and habitat. They are cosmopolitan, so you can find them in all the regions. Okay, whether terrestrial, aquatic, so everywhere it is found. So we call them as cosmopolitan, found all over the world in almost all kind of habitats. Okay, so next comes the digestive system. So digestive system is also complete here, that is both mouth and anus are present. Complete digestive system when there is 2 openings are present. Okay, so there is mouth and there is anus, right? So 2 openings are present, then we call it as complete digestive system. So respiratory system is by gills, book gills, trachea and book lungs. Okay, so in the next slide probably you will see, okay, here only you can see how what are book gills of crustaceans. Okay, so you can see book lungs we call them as, which occurs based on the structure it is named. So lungs are present, gills are present, trachea is present. Okay, these are the respiratory organs. Okay, so gills are present, book gills, there are types, trachea is present and book lungs are present. So these are the respiratory system found in the phylum Arthropoda. As you can see how the trachea is present, book lungs, book gills. Okay, next comes the circulatory system. Here the circulatory system is open type. Okay, so that is the blood is pumped by the heart into the cavities. Okay, there are cavities through which the blood is moving. Okay, there are no vessels olaga blood illa, blood is freely it is moving, it is pumped through the heart and it is pumped by the heart and it is moving by the body cavities. As we can see, what is the blood present here? Hemolymph is present. Okay, so there will be cavities through which the heart will pump, and these cavities it will supply. Okay, so it is circulatory system is open type. Okay, open and closed type of circulatory system we have discussed. If it is closed type, there should be blood vessels. Inside the blood vessels ಒಳಗೆ the blood circulate ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. So example human beings. Okay, ಏನಾದರೂ ನಮ್ದು ರಕ್ತ ತಕ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು? ನರ್ವ್ ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲೈತಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕಿ ನರ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಆ ನರದಾಗಿಂದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ತಕ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? So that means our blood is closed type of circulatory system we are having, but here there is open type of circulatory system. So hangid reproduction ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? So they are mostly dioecious ಅಂದ್ರೆ male and female organs are male and female organism are separate. Male separate ಐತಿ, female separate ಐತಿ. Okay, then we call it as dioecious or unisexual organisms. Okay, so fertilization is internal. Fertilization internal, fertilization ಐತಿ. That means the fertilization male and female gametes ಎದ್ರೊಳಗೆ fuse ಆಗ್ತಾವ inside the female body. Then we call it as internal fertilization. And they are mostly oviparous. Oviparous ಅಂದ್ರೆ egg ಇಡುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ oviparous ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So even arthropods are oviparous. They lay eggs. Okay, but development is direct or indirect. Okay, so direct development is direct birth ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಬಟ್ indirect development ಅಂದ್ರೆ middle larval stage ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. Okay, as you can see there will be butterfly larva to pupa ಆಗತೈತಿ. Okay, so this is intermediate stage ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಯೋಶಿಯಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹರ್ಮೋಫ್ರೊಡೈಟ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೇಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಈಸ್ different. Okay, and fertilization takes place inside the female body, that is internal fertilization, but they are egg laying animals. Okay, that means they are oviparous and the development is direct or indirect. Okay, so what are the unique features of these phylum Arthropoda? So maybe Arthropoda ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್. So jointed legs andre, as you can see there are joint apparatus, jointed appendages present. Okay, so they are jointed, as you can see here they are jointed. So that is why we give the name Arthropoda. Okay, so they have jointed appendages, that is first unique feature. Next, the body has 3 ರೀಜನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಾಡಿನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ರೀಜನ್? ಹೆಡ್ ಐತಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಹೆಡ್, ಥೊರಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಬ್ಡಾಮನ್. ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬಾಡಿನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಹೆಡ್, ಮಿಡಲ್ ಒಂದು ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಥೊರಾಕ್ಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಅಬ್ಡಾಮನ್. ಸೊ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು 3 ರೀಜನ್ಸ್. ಏನೇನು? ಹೆಡ್, ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ divided into 3 regions: head, thorax and then abdomen. Okay, so these are the 3 regions. Next, body is covered by chitinous cuticle. So ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಕೆಲಿಟನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಾದರೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಏನೈತಿ? chitinous cuticle is present. Okay, for the protection. Okay, so that is also one of the unique feature of this phylum. So chitinous cuticle which acts like exoskeleton. So ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಸ್ಕೆಲಿಟನ್ಗೆ exoskeleton ಅಂತೀವಿ, which will provide its protection. Next ಏನು? excretion ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? the Malpighian tubules are present. So what are present? Malpighian tubules ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, excretion ಒಳಗೆ Malpighian tubules ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನಾವು ಇದಿಷ್ಟ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, what are present? There are Malpighian tubules, as you can see here. So they will help in the excretion. So sensory organs ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಹಂಗಿದ್ರ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು that is by presence of antenna like structures ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಐಸು ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಬೋತ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಐ ಆರ್ present. Okay, they are statocyst. That means there are some statocyst ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ, ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟೋಸಿಸ್ಟ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಂಟೆನಾ ಐತಿ. ಸೊ ಮುಂದೆ ಆಂಟೆನಾ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, as you can see here in the picture, antenna which will, these are antenna, so which will help in sensing, and they have eyes which are compound as well as simple eyes, as you can see. So for correct agi image na image formation full clear agi agtೈತಿ, and they can visualize very clearly. Okay, since they'll be smaller organisms, they can very clearly through these system of sensory organs, which are antenna, which will sense, also compoundize and symbolize to visualize the images. Okay, ಮತ್ತು ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟೋಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, which are balance organs to for the balance. Okay, so balance of the body. Next comes phylum Arthropoda examples. Okay, what are the examples? The examples are here: the spider, scorpion, crab, prawn. These are the examples. Okay, and all the insects that look in such way, okay, they come under phylum Arthropoda. So as you can see, they'll be having some rough cutaneous this thing covering, exoskeleton will be there, and as you can see their legs, they have jointed legs. Okay, so next, economically important. So various insect, some are economically important insects that come under phylum Arthropoda are honeybee, bombyx, as well as Laccifer lacca. So these are the organisms. As you can see, honeybee, it will help in collection of nectar. Okay, so the same way even bombyx and Laccifer lacca, these are the some examples which will be having economical importance. Just like bombyx again. So it is, why it is used, as you know, production of silk. Okay, so it is used for the production of silk. Okay, so next comes the Laccifer lacca. So this is used mainly for the production of sealing wax, adhesives for optical instruments, inks. Okay, so they are much useful, they are having much economical importance. Then comes the vectors. So what are vectors? Vectors are nothing but vehicles. So what are these vehicles? These are the vehicles, act as vehicles to transmit the diseases. Okay, so as you can see, malaria is caused by female Anopheles mosquito, right? So and even Culex mosquito, so Aedes mosquito, house flies, these are the vectors which will carry some pathogens with them, and they transmit from one person to another. So vehicles ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇಂತೀವಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಗ್ರಿಗೇರಿಯಸ್ ಪೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಕುಸ್ಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ರಿಗೇರಿಯಸ್ ಪೆಸ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಬೇರೆ ಪೆಸ್ಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪಾಯ್ಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ರಿಗೇರಿಯಸ್ ಪೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಸಿಲ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತನ್ನ ಆನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಸಿಲ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲ್ಯುಮಿಲಸ್, that is king crab. So these are the Arthropoda. They are cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan andre they are occurring everywhere, almost all the places. Arthropoda phylum ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ they are having economical importance insects also. They can be act as vectors to cause diseases also, and they can be gregarious pest also, and they have some of them are living fossil. Okay, so various insect examples you can see in phylum Arthropoda. So grades of organization, we will just look at it in a glance. So they have organ system, bilateral symmetry, they are having triploblastic, they are coelomate, cosmopolitan, present everywhere, digestive system complete, 2 openings, respiration by gills, book gills, trachea, book lungs. Circulatory system is open type of circulatory system. That means through the cavities the blood will flow. And then reproduction, they are dioecious, both male and female are different, and fertilization is internal. They lay egg, and the development is maybe direct or indirect. So what are the unique features we have studied? They have jointed appendages, body has head, thorax and abdomen, chitinous cuticle is there, okay, which will provide a harder exoskeleton for their protection, Malpighian tubules for the excretion, sensory organs antenna aiti, compound and simple eyes aiti, and there are statocyst present as the balance organs. Okay, so examples: spider, scorpion, crab, prawn, insects, etc. So here we finished the phylum Arthropoda. The examples you should remember: unique features, what are the grade of organization, you should remember. So now we'll move to the mollusca, which is soft bodied animals. So body outer covering nam hard kanboda because of their internal body is very soft. That is why their external skeleton is very hard to protect that soft body which is present inside. So these are called as soft bodied animals. So what are these molluscans? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ಶಂಕ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಶಂಕದ ಗತೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಸ್ನೇಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸ್ಕ್ವಿಡ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ phylum mollusca. So organization hengati, grade of organization is again here is also organ system. But symmetry hengati, organ system level vargu develop madirtav andre different organ system irtav. And symmetry hengati, it is also bilateral symmetry. Okay, so you can cut it only to get two equal halves andre neena middle one axis ಒಳಗನೆ cut ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So they are also having bilateral symmetry. Okay, so how many germ layers are present? They are having 3 germ layers, that is they are triploblastic: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. 3 germ layers are present, and they are also having coelomate. They are coelomate animals, that means they are having true coelom. Okay, as you can see here, they are triploblastic. Okay, all the 3 germ layers are present, and the body is very soft body, and they are having coelom. True coelom is present here. And then where are they present? So their habitat is aquatic, and very few you can see terrestrial. So for example snail. So right, so most of them are aquatic and few are terrestrial also. So how the digestive system is present? The digestive system is complete. That means they have both mouth as well as anus. Okay, 2 openings ado, both mouth aiti and anus aiti. So that is why complete digestive system. So respiratory system hengaiti hangidre, respiratory system they have gills. Aquatic, so most of them are aquatic ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಒಳಗಿದ್ರೆ ಗಿಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದೀಸ್ ಫಿಶಸ್ಸಿಗೂ ಗಿಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಟೈಪ್ ಮೊಲಸ್ಕನ್ಸಿಗೂ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ gills. Okay, so if they are in the terrestrial terrestrial form ಒಳಗಿದ್ದವಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? pulmonary sac ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. So this pulmonary sac acts as the respiratory organ. So pulmonary sac and gills. Okay, so gills in case of the aquatic form, pulmonary sac in case of the terrestrial form acts as the respiratory organs. Okay, so next circulatory system hangaiti. Here also the circulatory system is open type. That means blood is pumped by the heart into the body cavities, as you can see here. So gills ಇಂದ ಏನು ತಗೋತೈತಿ? ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ತಗೋತೈತಿ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ? ಹಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ? ಸೊ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸೊ ಗಿಲ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಥ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಾಡಿ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ದಿಸ್ ಹಿಮೋಸೀಲ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಆಕ್ಸಿಜನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಗೇನ್ ಗಿಲ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ by the help of the through the cavity only the blood will flow. Okay, so it is pumped by the heart into the body cavities. Okay, so this itself we call it as open type. So circulatory system olaga again I am going to repeat, it will be two types, open type and closed type. Open type ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವುದು is particular like veins, blood vessels ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟೀಸ್, ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಿರುವಂಥ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟೀಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗತ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೇವಿ ಓಪನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಂತೇವಿ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ದಿ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇವು ಏನದವ, ಡಯೋಶಿಯಸ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇವನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್, ಬೋತ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ are separate. Okay, so they are also oviparous, even they lay eggs. Okay, so they are also oviparous, they lay eggs, and the development is direct or indirect. So as you can see, some of them will produce the larval stages. Okay, so larva will be present, so that some may have the direct development and some may have the indirect development by the larval stages. Okay, so this is about reproduction. What you should remember, the sexes are separate, that is they are dioecious oviparous animals, that means they lay eggs. The development is direct or indirect. And what are the unique features of this phylum? So unique features of this phylum is body has head, visceral mass and muscular foot. Okay, so body ಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೆನ್ಸರಿ ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ ಐತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೆಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು ವಿಸರಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಐತಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಫುಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕೇರಿಯಸ್ ಶೆಲ್. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕೇರಿಯಸ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is almost made up of calcium carbonate. Okay, so it is having calcareous shell, sensory tentacles, sense madlikke tentacles, sensory tentacles adava, and body is divided into head as well as visceral mass, and there is foot present. Okay, so these are the unique features of this phylum Mollusca. So there is again, what is this outer shell that is present? The soft membrane which covers the visceral mass is called as mantle. So mantle male ಈ calcareous ಶೀಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ these are very soft bodied animals. Okay, they are very soft, so they need more of the protection, that is why they have. So what is the mantle? yellow color ಇದೇನು ಕಾಣತೈತಲ್ಲ, ಲೈಟ್ yellow ಕಲರ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದ ಗ್ಯಾಪನ್ನು ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೇನ, ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಹಂಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹಂಪ್ ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಫೆದರ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಗಿಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ excretion. So a mantle cavity ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ, there are gills which helps in respiration. Okay, for respiration also as well as for excretion. Okay, so sensory tentacles are there, and then there is mantle. Okay, so yellow color then ಕಾಣಿಸತ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ in between, so these are soft bodied, and a cover ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನ mantle. So there will be mantle cavity which will help in for the space, which will give space for the gills for respiration ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ excretion ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. There will be feather like gills for respiration and excretion. Okay, so radula, what is radula? Which is present, which is a file like rasping organ in the mouth, which is used for feeding. Okay, so there will be file like rasping organ, okay, so chewing organ, okay, which is called as radula ant karitevi. Adik navana that is used for feeding, so food intake ge that will help. Okay, so these are the unique features of phylum Mollusca. So I am going to repeat again for you. The phylum Mollusca contains the soft-bodied animals. ಈ soft-bodied animals adavantandre they need some outer sheath or the covering which should be harder and which is for the protection. So calcareous sheath, calcium carbonate consisting of calcium carbonate will be present to protect the soft body, and inside these the soft body organs whatever they are there, and there will be space which will be covered by this mantle, and there will be mantle cavity which is present between the hump and the mantle. Okay, so that will cover, and there will be gills, so which contains gills, okay, for the respiration as well as for excretion. So again a different feature is presence of radula, which will help in intaking of the food or feeding. Okay, so which is rasping like organ. So what are the examples of phylum Mollusca? As you can see, Pila or apple snail you can call, and then Pinctada we can call pearl oyster, and Sepia which is cuttlefish, and then Loligo which is squid, octopus which is devilfish, Aplysia which is sea hare, and then Dentalium which is tusk shell, and Chaetopleura, that is Chaetopleura which is chiton. Okay, so these are the examples of phylum Mollusca. Okay, so once again we will just glance all the characteristics we have studied. So phylum Mollusca is containing organ system level of organization. It is also having bilateral symmetry, and they are triploblastic, and they are coelomate animals. They are having true coelom, and they are found mainly in aquatic, and few are also found in terrestrial form. Digestive system is consisting of both mouth and anus, that is why it is complete. Respiration by gills in case of aquatic forms. In case of terrestrial forms there will be pulmonary sac present. Circulatory system is open type, that is the heart will pump the blood in the cavities present in the inside the body. Reproduction, they are dioecious animals where male and female organisms are completely different, and they are egg laying animals which we call it as oviparous. The development is direct or indirect. So unique features are the body can be divided into head, visceral mass, and muscular. Foot will be there, and head has sensory, tentacles, feather-like gills for respiration as well as excretion will be there. To protect this soft body, there will be calcareous sheet is there, mantle and radula are the unique organs present, and radula will help to intake of the food. That means it will help mainly for the feeding. And examples: Pila, Pinctada, Sepia, Loligo, octopus, Aplysia, Dentalium, and Chaetopleura, etc. These are the examples of phylum Mollusca. So it took about 40 minutes to take the class to make this video, and I hope within this 40 minutes you have understood these three phylums thoroughly, and what all the important topics that should be covered according to your NCERT syllabus. And also as per your board exam it is covered. So hope you understood the class. If you have understood the class, please hit the like button and share it to your friends, and if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel so that you will get the notification whenever I upload the videos.